My name is Clara Towson and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Sammaz and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one.
I'm trying to sort my camera. How are we doing, troops? Tom Grant here from miserable Glasgow, and I am going to take you through Alex Michelsen against Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. Hello to everyone who's in the chat already. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold that's come on in the last 24 hours, so I might sound a bit sniffly. I'm trying not to cut my head off. And let's see if I can put that back without messing up the camera. There we go. Hi, Sport and Politics. Yeah, it has been a long time, so long that I struggled to get logged in there. They were asking me for a code and everything, and I had to go and search my emails, and it was in the junk folder. So it's been a while. It's been a while. So what we're talking about, what's going on? I'm seeing here that Michelsen is taking the first game. We're now 30 on the Davidovich Fokina serve. He's just put away a backhand winner into the open court. So yeah, it's looking like it's going to be 1-1 in this one. I'm a wee bit ahead of that scoreboard. So any Scottish football news to share? Well, it is a tennis podcast, so I don't want to go into it too much, but what a season it is in Scotland. Rangers are beating Motherwell, who are fourth at the moment, and Hearts are still leading the way. So this, if they win, it'll put Rangers 3 points behind, and if Celtic win, who are beating Livingston, it'll put them 6 points behind. But Celtic have got a game in hand, and they'll be playing that against Aberdeen on March the 4th, because that was postponed a week ago because of the bad weather. Basically, there's been no sunshine in Scotland for the whole of 2026. It's just been constant rain. And Sunderland 0, Liverpool 0. Thanks for the update, John. So it's quite an exciting league in Scotland, but we're here to talk tennis. We're at 1-1 in the first set. Obviously, the match has just on the main court. It was following the Tommy Paul and Jenson Brooksby, which went to deciding set tie break. We always love those, and I think Tommy Paul saw it out, didn't he, to take that one. So. Again, sorry for being so sniffly. It's not ideal. When I agreed to this, I didn't have a cold, and then overnight I managed to grab myself one. It's when you've got young kids and they're starting nursery, which my youngest did in August. I've had constant colds and flus and man flus. It's not been fun, but anyway. So just ask questions, guys. Whoever's watching, listening, wherever you are, I'll answer that. Sport and Politics, I'll answer that in just a second. And quite happy to chat Australian Open. But yeah, I'll talk you through points. If you're not near a TV, let me know, and I'll kind of talk us blow by blow through the points. But the way I like to do the streams, I like to mix it up. So we'll maybe go into the tennis news. You can ask me questions. I can try and answer them as best I can. And I'll just take us through the match as and when it goes. Great forehand down the line by Davidovich Fokina. I was thinking about this one before I came on. That Alex Michelsen match against Dimitrov, it seemed quite bruising. It seemed like it became a battle of fitness, that 3-setter yesterday. So I just wonder, coming into this one, how much Alex Michelsen, he is a young lad, so he should have plenty in the tank. But I just wonder if that's going to come into it. Yeah, Davidovich Fokina still not won a title in 5 finals. I think his last one was in October. So he is a player who it feels like he's been around for years now. And he's just a guy who you think he deserves a title. I'm a fan. As anyone who's watched my streams, you always know you're probably going to get a 3-setter, so we're probably going to get a 3-setter in this if there's no retirements for Michelsen or whatnot. But he's got game point. So served the second serve, backhand by Davidovich Fokina down the centre of the court, and Michelsen can only find the net. And so it would have been Basel, would have been the October one then, where he reached the final. So 5 finals. Here's a question that I don't know the answer off the top of my head. John might know. Sport and Politics, you might well be aware. What's the longest run of a player who's reached finals and not secured an ATP title? I think Davidovich Fokina is the number 3 seed here. Of course, Taylor Fritz is number 1. Denis Shapovalov, he's the 7th seed, but he is the defending champion. So he was playing well today, wasn't he? 6-1 and 6-2. I think he won. And he loves this place. So, yeah, Davidovich Fokina does have a break point. Excuse me. So I'll talk us through this one. First serve ace by Alex Michelsen. That's what clutch serving does. I like this young guy. I wonder what you guys think about Michelsen's ceiling. Where can he go? I know he's 41 in the world, but I know he's been as high as 30. And I just wonder, for me, yeah, probably the top 20 player, yeah, at his peak. But yeah, I don't see him as a top 10er. But you know, this is a sport of opinion. I welcome anyone who would disagree with me. We can chat it out. Some good slice backhand. Davidovich Fokina down the line. Has he made that? Yes, he has. He's got another break point. Lovely down the line winner by Davidovich Fokina on the backhand, picking it while it was rising. There was just a slice backhand war battle there, and then Davidovich Fokina just pulled the trigger. Exquisite, right on the line. So we're saying Julian Benneteau was somebody who made a lot of finals and didn't win an ATP title. God. So Davidovich Fokina's break point there was on the second serve. Michelsen comes in and makes an absolute muck of the volley attempt. Got it all wrong. And Davidovich Fokina has a broken early. So it's 2-1 for the Spaniard. Of course, this is the ATP 500. How's the season been for you so far? So, sport and politics, just to answer an earlier question from yourself. So I try to get myself back into tennis. I played a lot of tennis when I was younger. Then football took over my life. Played football all my days. Not to any high level, like amateur football on a Saturday morning, pub league. And then, you know, as age comes to us all, I went through a wee bit of I wouldn't say a midlife crisis, but I just was like, I want to get back into tennis. So I joined the club in 2024, and I lasted, you know, from about April till the cold weather came in November. Said I would go back in 2025, but my life was all over the place, you know, in terms of moving and trying to sort out life. Really got in the way. So I didn't go back to the tennis. And then October last year, I'm going to get shot at a tennis channel here. October last year, I'm sitting and working on Monday. I get a text. What are you doing tonight? Nothing much. Can you head up to the paddle club? Oh, I've said the word paddle. Can you head up to the paddle club 6 o'clock? I'm like, I've never played paddle. I don't know what to do in paddle. I don't have any equipment. Just turn up. You don't need equipment. So that was in October. And is it pickleball and tennis that have the bit of beef? So I took up paddle in October, and I am now one of these stereotypical guys in their 40s who is addicted to paddle. Like, I was playing there tonight. I had a 3-hour lesson. I played today at 1:30 to 2:30 as well. And then between 5 and 8, had a wee lesson. So I managed to go home after that night in October, get all my mates into it. We've now got a core WhatsApp group of 9 paddle players, and we try and play about 3 or 4 times a week. We play in a league on a Monday night. My paddle rating's up to 2,500. I don't know how because there's all these different paddle levels and paddle platonic, and so I don't really know how it works yet. But yeah, paddle has been the sport for me recently, and like I say, I bought a racket for £100. Yeah, I mean, that was a while ago. His dream job was a golf caddy, wasn't it? So yeah, got to love Andy. I think that was a while ago. Yeah, golf caddy. He said his dream job was. So Yeah, that's pretty much my paddle story. As I say, spent 100 quid on a racket, joined a club, and I'm going to try and be the Scottish number one in the over 40s. And yes, I do play golf, but trust me, that's not been the weather for golf here in Scotland. I don't think I've ever known a period where it has rained so long in Scotland. Like, I don't have a handicap at the moment, John. I've not really joined the club and played in medals for probably about 5-6 years. I was in my younger days down to 12, and then, you know, the fun times just got in the way. I just like partying rather than playing golf. So I just played it casually, played it socially. So yeah, anyway, back to the tennis. So Davidovich Fokina consolidated that break. So because he's now serving at 1-3 down. He's got a good serve, this kid, doesn't he? The both players, strangely, are wearing the exact same outfit, which is a light orange top and white shorts. Michelsen wearing a white cap, white shoes and white socks. Davidovich Fokina wearing his trademark hairband, but he's also got the white shorts and the white trainers. Is it Davidovich Fokina who wears the odd socks? Am I right in saying that? Yeah, I think he's got a black sock and a white sock. I'm sure it's a superstitious thing. I'm sure, yeah, Davidovich Fokina. Any other tennis player superstitions we can think of? I know John's one would be, for like sports people, would be Paul Ince. He never put his top on until he got into the pitch or something. John, is that right? He always would walk about. What is that? Remember Ince. Oh yeah, well I'm just talking about that. Yeah, so Paul Ince was last out and he wouldn't put his top on until he was on the pitch. Yeah, I always remember that with Davidovich Fokina because I don't really know any other tennis players who have that. I mean, maybe they do have superstitions. We don't really know about it. Yeah, of course, Nadal and the bottles and the place to put them in. And obviously Nadal had that thing where he let his opponent cross the net at the changeover before he did. I mean, yeah, your right routine would be like, you know, at the coin toss, Nadal would, you know, be doing all that jumping about, and then he would do that sprint back to the baseline that would get the crowd on his side straight away. So right now, Davidovich Fokina, you know, in charge of most of the points. Michelsen did have 2 break points, but Davidovich Fokina saved one of them. So we're at 30-40. I think most tennis players look for the same ball, do they not, John? Like, in terms of like for wear and tear? All right, okay. So that my mistake. It wasn't a break point. Michelsen's serving. Sorry, it's he's 1-3 down, 40-30. It does look like Davidovich Fokina is making the more problems on the Michelsen serving. Just once again, Michelsen's trying to come in there for the volley and got it all wrong. I mean, he's not got his feet right. He's stretching when he shouldn't be stretching. He's taking the ball too low, and you know it's that bad a ball that it's not even hitting net. Not to go over, it's hitting ground before net. But at Juice, he serves an ace again to get him back to game point. Really needs this one. Really needs this. This is a bigger moment in the match than you might think, because to go a double breakdown against Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. And as I said to you at the start of the stream, I just wonder if Michelsen's feeling a little bit of tightness and a little bit of fatigue from that grueling Dimitrov match. Of course, Dimitrov won the first set, and then I think he had a problem with his neck. And you know, I feel so sorry for Dimitrov in terms of, you know, the injuries. He was 2 sets up on Sinner at Wimbledon. I still can't get over that. That's nearly a year ago. I love Baby Fed. I love Dimmy. And I just, like, he played so well on centre court that night. And then just him trying to, like, slug it out. His abs, it had a tear in the abs, wasn't it? He just couldn't play, and it was just heartbreaking. And of course, Sinner goes off to win Wimbledon. But sport and politics, had asked about the Australian Open and Djokovic. I mean, you can't help but be impressed. I'm not a big Djokovic fan, full disclosure. I'm not a big Djokovic fan. I thought the Sinner match was remarkable. I mean, I thought 2-1 down. I thought there's no way he's back. Like this match is done. Oh well, Jack's been turned. And 2-1 down in the Sinner semi-final. Yeah, I thought he was cooked. Thought it was done. And then do you know that way that like I actually started kind of fading away from the match because I thought it was done, and then like it was in the middle of the day, so I was working as well, and then it was all of a sudden it was like I think I'd walked away, then all of a sudden it was into the fifth set, and then for him to take that fifth set and save all those break points, as I say, listen, regardless of what you think about the man, you can't help but be impressed by his ability to stay competitive in the big moments. What I will caveat that with, and again, apologies to any Djokovic fans, you obviously got off quite lightly in terms of having a walkover, having Musetti retire when he was two sets down. Self-admittedly, he said he was on the plane home, and then to get a walkover in the next match for De Minaur. Was it De Minaur? No, it was De Minaur because Alcaraz put De Minaur out. There's Paul Vince. So yeah, I think that factor of the two previous round matches where he didn't really have to play a lot of tennis. I think that definitely came into it in the fifth set. I thought again, Mencic, that's what it was. I thought his start in the final was remarkable. Like you could tell, I've watched Djokovic that long. Yeah, the set at the time, maybe two sets down. I've watched Djokovic that long. That just by the way he's hitting it, you can tell he's not missing here. He's staying in every point. He came out here firing, all guns blazing here, and you had to think, if he was 2-3 years younger, he's seen that. He was just hitting the ball so. But he's coming up against Carlos Alcaraz in the prime of his tennising career, and I was, again, full disclosure, I was happy that Alcaraz won that. I'm a bit of a fanboy of Alcaraz these days. But I thought I was very impressed by that first set. And then I think when Alcaraz took that second set, I think the writing was on the wall from probably that point on. Djokovic had nicked that second set. It's a different game, but this is woulda, shoulda, coulda, isn't it? Like it's, if my gran had wheels, she'd be a bicycle kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a touch of sarcasm there, John. It's because I've got the same guns. I'm looking out Alcaraz sleeveless tops for paddle this summer. So, anyway. So, we're back to the tennis. We're not just. So, Michelsen putting a bit of pressure on the Davidovich Fokina serve. Can I say ADF? It's a long name to say every single time. I don't even know why I'm saying his first name all the time. I'll say Davidovich Fokina, right? DF. So he's got a second serve here. Is that just? Remember, Davidovich Fokina is 3-2 in front. Just want to keep that bit of daylight between him and Michelsen. Good. Oh, I think he's winning long. He has. So a good pick up by Michelsen. Davidovich Fokina came into the net. It wasn't far off. He tried to cut that volley, narrow the angle. Just wide. Yes, it is, John. But I'm covering, don't worry, I'm covering the LFC badge, not to cause any controversy. I was down at Liverpool Burnley. That wasn't a great experience. It was 1-1. I think, John, you're saying they're drawing 0-0 at the moment, are they? Oh, Michelsen totally mishit it. Oh, he had two shots at it. So it was on break point. Second serve, Davidovich Fokina. Michelsen mishit the return. It landed in at the corner of the baseline on the ad side. Davidovich Fokina just had to quickly pick it up. Now, Michelsen should have got that back, but he hit the net. So Davidovich Fokina saves a break point. He goes out wide with that serve and he gets an ace, and Michelsen, visibly frustrated, he's tapping his head with the racket. He knows that backhand was there for the taking. He had the whole court to aim for, and he could only see net. So we're at game point with Davidovich Fokina. Another first serve, no, it's just gone long. Backhand to backhand rally at the moment. Forehand by Michelsen, big forehand, but it's got a bit of loop on it, so it gives time for Davidovich Fokina to get back in. And it's a great winner by Alex Michelsen, the young American. He just finds an incredible angle there. The ball was bouncing. There's a lot of topspin on that from Davidovich Fokina, but yeah, he just takes it early. Davidovich Fokina wasn't set. We're back to juice. 23 minutes long, this match. Another first serve miss by Davidovich Fokina. Of course, like I said, black and white socks. Second serve's in, so no danger there. So, it was quite a meek +1 shot by Davidovich Fokina. He just kind of played it down the line, but just softly. But Michelsen again, not finding his range, and he just puts that backhand wide where it was easier just to go cross court and try and get the young Spaniards scurrying across the court. First serve in, but first serve return, and Davidovich Fokina can only find the net. Michelsen trying to G himself up. You know, he is that kind of exuberant character, isn't he? He talks on the court. You know, Davidovich Fokina seems to be he's a lot more poker face, shall we say. As I say that, he gives himself a wee come on. Good first serve out wide. Because he managed to get it back in court with a lot of spin on it. Davidovich Fokina, good +1. Down the line, perfect tennis by Davidovich Fokina. And he wins the point. Really nice. Constructed the point well there. And to answer yourself, John, Man United are not in the title race, I'm afraid. What do you make of United Strand? Good thing for United, bad thing? Like, that guy's going to make millions, isn't he? Dimitrov. Easy answer. Grigor. John, I just wonder why a lot of the Man United fans are not happy with him. Like, you know, harmless. Total harmless. He's a wee guy who just started something on TikTok for a laugh. Has done well through it. I mean, he never knew that it was going to take a year and a half to win 5 in a row. So you do. I thought you'd bid them, John. I thought you'd bid them. I've bought 2 new pairs of walking boots since then. Oh, you've not got that flat anymore. I like that flat. Davidovich Fokina did a wee bit of Muhammad Ali there. I don't know if anyone was watching that, but he had Michelsen on the run, and basically, so Michelsen's a good defence, but he just played the ball up, long, high. Davidovich Fokina was just waiting for it to bounce before putting it away, but he almost like kind of did a kind of Muhammad Ali shuffle there. Did anyone see that? Am I making that up? My eyes deceiving me. Just looked a bit nonchalant. You know, John, when I was in that flat, that was, 2024? That was the last time I had any form of alcoholic drink. I've not touched it since. So there you go. So that'll be 20 months, I think. 20 months ago. So back to the tennis, 2-4. Michelsen trailing. Oh, did he? Oh, I'm going to message Jake. Wish he was on this. It can be tough at first, but I think you just have to kind of take a new way of thinking. That Michelsen looks like his serve's kind of abandoned him a little bit here. He is 15-30 down. He was love 30 down, but his second serving it to Davidovich, who stands a long way back. The players are exchanging forehands. This time a backhand by Davidovich, who's not strong in that. I know he's got a couple of winners down there, but as soon as he was stepping up to that there, I thought he's hitting net ball, and that he did. Well. A beer's a beer. I've got to say, I enjoyed our chat in that pub when we were doing all the Champions League winners, and I was pulling them out of the ballpark. I've got to say, I do think you might have the better football knowledge of me, but it's a close contest. I was impressed with your football knowledge. That's what I'm saying, John. Aye. And then did we not meet like Argentinians or something? And then they were like, no, they were shouting at us because we were arguing with them about Ronaldo. Maybe it's Portuguese. Was it Portuguese? Aye. Right, Michelsen sees that out. He comes down from love 30 to take the game. So we're back to 3-4. Players are just having a wee sit down rest. As I say, wearing identical outfits. I think they're both Adidas as well. So it's like that time when you turn up to a party and your mate's wearing the same shirt as you. No, I'm not. I actually got 2 tickets to the World Cup, John. I won the ballot. I won the ballot for the Brazil game, Scotland-Brazil in Miami, and I won it for Scotland-Morocco in Miami. No, Scotland-Morocco is in Boston. So I applied for all tickets. So we're playing Haiti as their first game. And then I didn't get those ones, but I got tickets to Morocco and Brazil, and I've sold them now. I literally had them for like 12 hours and then I sold them. So to be fair, they were really cheap, so that's good. Yeah, but I think we can still finish third. I think we can get a win and maybe squeeze a draw against one of the other two. I think we can get a draw against Brazil, by the way. I think Morocco will be a write-off. But we get 4 points. Should be qualifying with 4 points, really. And I think we're a good side. We're going to get Harvey Barnes as well. Just letting you know here first. Brazil are toilet. Apologies to if there was any Brazilians on this. But I know. I remember 94, John. I actually remember parts of 1990. Anyway, backhand to backhand rally at the moment, cross court. Michelsen changes up and tries to go down the line. That puts it on to Davidovich Fokina's forehand, who goes long. And first point, game 8, goes to Davidovich Fokina. It was a Jim Leighton error. It was a Tom Boyd error. I tried to clear it, and it hit off his chest. Right, second serve, down the tee by Fokina. Good deep forehand by Michelsen. Really good tennis by the young American. He's really starting to pick up his game now. And as I say that, he slices a backhand long. I don't think that Michelsen's great at the net. One thing I've just spotted in this game, he seems to struggle when he comes to the net. He's too impatient. He has trailers, so he has to try and change it up. It's a good serve by Davidovich Fokina down the tee. It's a non-returnable 30-15. Martinez, again, big Messi fanboy, so was all for Argentina winning the World Cup. Thought he was a wee bit. He let himself down by doing all those celebrations at the end with the trophy hand thing, the Golden Glove. The Golden Glove trophy. A bit of a character, a bit of a screwball. I But he did let himself down a bit, I thought. And I think his time at Villa's done, really. I mean, he's... You know what I was thinking this the other day? Most goalkeepers, probably Van de Sar, no. But I think most goalkeepers, they're prone to a good few errors. Like, watching Rangers up here, Jack Butland, who was like maybe the best keeper ever when he was coming through. But he makes a mistake probably once a game. And yeah, it's the thing about Martinez, he's prone to a mistake, isn't he? So how many points does that cost you a season? I think at the end of the season he'll go elsewhere. Just needs a new challenge, really, doesn't he? We are at 5-3, by the way, as you can see by the scoreboard. Davidovich Fokina taking that one after a slight bit of trouble. Could go down to just a one break, although Michelsen finds the net with the +1. Davidovich Fokina fired that return. It was a first serve, but it was quite a light first serve. And Fokina had just aimed for the feet, the body, and yeah, Michelsen just padded it into the net. He gets his first serve in point 3. He goes cross court with the backhand. Davidovich Fokina slows it down with a slice backhand. Backhand to backhand, up the line by Michelsen with the backhand. Forehand returned by Davidovich Fokina. Another forehand up the line by Davidovich Fokina. This time a backhand by Michelsen. Davidovich Fokina goes cross court with the forehand, then cross court again with the backhand. Michelsen's on the defence now. It's a deep defence as well. It's good defence by Michelsen. Great shot by Michelsen. Forehand on the run. He stops Davidovich Fokina getting it back. Point of the match for the American. He's checking on Davidovich Fokina, who, let's be honest, he's on the ground again. So Jake would turn down the Spurs job. He knows too much. Yeah, as I say, Davidovich Fokina, I don't think I've ever watched a match where he doesn't end up on the court in some way. Remember there was that Twitter page, did Davidovich Fokina like dive onto the court, and he's done it again. So anyway, 30-15, good return by Davidovich Fokina. He's wrong-footed the American. He's tried to go for the drop shot, and he's got it because Michelsen can't get it over the net. It's 30 all. It's the Spaniard, is it 30? Yeah, it's 30 all. So the Spaniard is Foki dived. He was. It was a good, to be fair, great forehand on the run by Michelsen, and Davidovich Fokina ended up on the concrete. So he's 2 points away from this first set. Good first serve by Michelsen. He goes for the drop shot this time and it comes off. That is lovely. Sublime. On the +1. Disguised it so well. Davidovich Fokina didn't even leave the baseline. He just knew it was he'd been done there. Lovely stuff. I love her. You see Davidovich Fokina is sitting there applauding it. 1986 World Cup final. Well, it was Argentina. Was it Argentina versus the Netherlands? No. I mean Maradona. But I don't think he scored. Did he score? Maradona obviously is Maradona's World Cup. I know like the history of him playing in the semi-final in Naples, and he was like trying to get against Italy, and then he was trying to get all the Napoleons, the Neapolitans, Napolese. He was trying to get them all to support Argentina rather than Italy. Oh, nice one, Barishaga. No, I wouldn't have got that. Diego Schwartzman, has he delayed his retirement because he won last week? Because I heard he was going to retire in Buenos Aires. Michelsen wins that game. No. No. Did he know? I'm telling you. Check that out. Did he not play Nico Yari like just the other day? Oh, you're right. What? Where did I hear that from? I heard that on like a podcast or something like that. I heard that on a tennis podcast on Monday. I'm now so convinced that I'm going to have to go and make sure that I'm not listening to that podcast from a year ago. Bizarre. I'm telling you, I heard that on a podcast today, a tennis podcast today. I won't tell you which one. But I heard something about Diego Schwartzman, like, and I remember going like, what? Anyway, still in the first set here. It's there's just been the one break of serve. No, listen, I'm not listening to a year-old podcast. I'm listening to a podcast, a tennis podcast. I was listening to it today in the car on my way to paddle. And the funny thing is, they're talking about like Katie Bolter winning her WTA title last week, and then they were talking about Emma Raducanu getting beat, and then they came on to like something about Diego Schwartzman, and they definitely said about Diego Schwartzman playing Nico Jarry, and it was like, oh, he's going to delay his retirement so he can retire in Buenos Aires. And I'm telling you, but now you've said that he did retire a year ago, I'm now going like that. Did I listen to like February 2025's podcast and not February 2026 or something? Like, anyway, who cares? I can tell you a funny story about reporting live. So I was doing the no, you're right. Aye. Oh my God. I don't know what. I'm going to have to go back and listen to this. I'm going to listen to it, record it, and send you it. So I'm doing the Celtic Utrecht European game. Aye, Liverpool will win that. I'm doing the Celtic Utrecht game about 2 weeks ago. The last Europa League game. Celtic need to win to qualify. And I'm live on the radio. So they do 3 hits to me. They do like a scene setter, team news. They'll come to me when the teams come out, and then they'll come to me just before kick-off to, tell you what the atmosphere is like in that. So I've done a wee bit of prep for the Celtic game just to get myself clued up on all the facts. And Celtic have signed 2 players in the January. Well, they've signed more than that now, but at the time they signed 2 players on loan. A boy called Thomas Fanchara and a boy called Julian Arujo. Arujo's from Bournemouth on loan. So anyway, obviously there's a big title race going on in Scotland. So I say on the radio live, I say, Martin O'Neill will probably like a bit of respite from the demands of the title race, and it'll give him the chance to get some minutes in the legs of 2 new loan signings, Thomas Fanchara and Julio Arujo. And I say this live on the radio. And then I get a text when I come off. They 2 can't play. They're ineligible. Europa League doesn't let you play players in the last game of the Europa League if they've been signed in January. And I'm like, oh my God. So I was like, right, how am I going to do this? I'm like, I'll just own it. I'll just own it on the radio when they come back to me. So, they came back to me like 25, 30 minutes later, and I said, earlier on I mentioned Thomas Fanchara and Julio Arujo. And I was like, but they, of course, are ineligible. So they won't be playing tonight. So happens to us all. Not to say that I've done probably about 40 of these games. So that's probably one of the biggest mistakes I made. Although another mistake was Rangers. I was up at Tannadice where Dundee United play. And Dundee United were winning 1-0. And then, I'm going to say, I don't know if any of you have ever been at the press box there, but of course you haven't. But anyway, the press box up in Tannadice, you can't see the near touchline because the crowd are just in front of you. You can't see. So anyway, Rangers get a penalty in the last minute. Now, Rangers have a captain who always takes a penalty, James Tavernier. So I've got my tweet for the Clyde One Super Scoreboard. By the way, Davidovich Fokina just won the first set, by the way, for me telling all these stories, but I've missed it. Another faux pas. So Rangers get a penalty in the last minute, literally in the 93rd minute. It's going to be the last kick of the ball. So I get my tweet ready. and I'm just like, I'm just going to hit post as soon as the goal's in, and I've just put Tavernier levels things late on for Rangers to secure a point, and then so I post it. I go downstairs and start doing the manager press conferences, text, a fixture tweet, by the way. What do you mean? Tavernier didn't score it. It was Nadim Benrahma. Tavernier wasn't even on the pitch. He'd been subbed 10 minutes before. I'd missed it. It was a whole Chris Kamara. I don't know, Jeff. Anyway, Davidovich Fokina in charge, as John says. 6-4. They're just showing us the stats there. 6 forehand winners, 3 backhand winners, 9 winners in total from the Spaniard. Can he go all the way here? Who do you think is winning this one? Taylor Fritz, of course, coming through in 3, I think earlier today or yesterday, was it? Who else have we got? I was having a wee look before I came on here. Of course, big news for today is Djokovic withdrawn from Doha. That was always in the cards, isn't it? We all kind of know that he's a slam man these days. I'm sure he'll play Indian Wales and Miami probably. That's the worst sentence in the world, eh? I'm sure, probably. Hello, Ghost. You've just missed some great storytelling from Thomas James Grant here. Yeah, I think he'll play the Sunshine Double. Stan Wawrinka. He's back into the top 100 at 41 years of age in his retirement season. What a guy. Okay, I'm just telling stories about me making errors live on radio. Well, it was Stefanos Tsitsipas. Decent showing from him, beating Radicinic. Was it Florian Wirtz? Oh, gotta love Virgil. The sexiest man in football. So it looks like Davidovich Fokina just picking up where he left off. Michelsen, of course, serving first. It was Davidovich Fokina who secured the first set from severing it out. But it does look like it's Davidovich Fokina who's just kind of bossing the rallies at this point. And that one goes long as well, or goes wide, sorry. So, love 30 on the Michelsen 7, the first game of the second set. It's not been a slow match, has it? That was probably a 30-minute first set. Both players keen to get on with that. 45 minutes. Good. Error central. Hello, Coburn Report. Davidovich Fokina goes with a slice forehand in the line. Now he's got an open court to choose from, and he gets it, and he sneaks in. He's got 3 break points here as the fight draining from Alex Michelsen. As I say, Davidovich Fokina, he will be the fresher of the players, you would think. I mean, he had a fairly comfortable first round, didn't he? And 6-4-7-6 against Zachary Svajda. So backhand rally at the moment. Love 40. 3 break points for Davidovich Fokina. He looks in charge of this rally again. He's pushed Michelsen back. Michelsen, though, is staying in the rally. He now looks like he's taking control. He's gone for the... Alex Michelsen, mate. Tries to go for the backhand low drop shot. It just wasn't on. And to be honest, it made it halfway up the net. And Davidovich Fokina breaks early in the second set. Now, a break's not worth anything if you can't hold serve in the next game. So you'll know this is a big game just to kind of secure that momentum. Aye, Liverpool will win the Champions League, right? We'll qualify as winners. What do you think, John? Michael Carrick to stay on as boss? Right, so Davidovich Fokina serving 1-love. Oh my word. Celtic were drawn 1 each with Livingston. And guess who's just scored the winner for them in the 91st minute? Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's unreal. They've scored so many late goals recently, Celtic. He only signed for them the other day. He's not played football since October when he got released by Besiktas. In fact, last season maybe. Yeah, we can take you through what's been happening today on the ATP. Not a problem at all. I like those kind of questions. So just running through what's been happening on the ATP today. Ben Shelton beat Gabriel Diallo. Taylor Fritz came through against Marcus Giron. Kovacic beat Patrick Kipson. Shapovalov, I mentioned earlier on, he was through against Rafael Joda. Ethan Quinn beat Trevor Svajda. Is there two Svajda brothers? I think there is. Rotterdam, I mentioned Stanford Rinkel winning, Tsitsipas winning, Karen Khachanov won, Bublik's beating Hurkacz, I think John mentioned that. Felix Auger-Aliassime, I think keep an eye out for him winning Rotterdam, for Felix. Yeah, Cam Norrie beat Christian O'Connell straight sets, but my money's on Felix for Rotterdam. Who else? Buenazes, Carabelli, Navone, Emilio Nava, and Thomas Echeverry beat your man. Thomas Echeverry beat Burashaga. Is that how you say it? Burashaga? You know how I murder names. So it's 2-love. There you go. Berrettini, Oft. Berrettini 3 match points down. Fonseca to Bilo. Tell me, Fonseca to Bilo, was that a final last year somewhere? Was that a final when Fonseca won? Have I made that up? Fonseca won a title last year in, was it Rio or? No, on the clay court. Yeah, so who did he beat in the final? Was it Tabilo? Oh, Cerundolo, so it was. So it was the Argentina versus Brazil. Aye. Michelsen fighting back a bit. He's under a lot of pressure on his serve, but he's managed to get 2 game points here, 40-50. But you know, watching it high level, it does look like it's Fokina who is, you know, taking control of the rally more often than not. Good first serve though, out wide. He's pushing Davidovich Fokina across the court, and that's an easy put away there. Good game by Michelsen. He saw all the trouble. So we're at 2-1 second set. Michelsen just refueling. I'll need to refuel at some point. Give myself a weekend of juice. So where are you all? Everyone's who's in here. So Colburn report. Where are you coming to me from in the world? Are you stateside, UK? Yeah. Nice. Are you? Let me ask you, Coburn Report. Is there I'm getting told that the Americans, they don't really care about the World Cup that's coming their way, and I just wondered, is there just no kind of, is there no buzz about it? Tell you what, I did not have Crystal Palace and Burnley being goals galore tonight. God, Nottingham Forest Wolves would have been an absolute bore fest. They made your eyes bleed watching that. Oh. So Michelsen, 2-1 up, 15 love, second serve. That looked like it might have been a wee bit long. And tell you what, his +1 certainly was. It was a good return. He was right on top of that, Michelsen, right on top of that second serve. Good serve by Davidovich Fokina. Where's he going this one? He goes +1. Michelsen reads it. Davidovich Fokina puts away the volley. Similar to the game point from Michelsen. It's just serve out wide, +1 to the other end of the court, and then he puts away the volley. That was nice. Nice. Thirty 15. So players are rallying at the moment, and that was a good shot, but it was we're at the juice. Sorry, I got distracted there. I'm easily distracted. So but we're back on. So we're at juice. Davidovich Fokina trying to hold on to that early break. Serves down the tee, good first serve. Michelsen on the stretch. Could get his racket to the ball. Game point, Davidovich Fokina. Oh, so it was a very, very slow second serve. Not much kick to it. Good return by Michelsen though. Davidovich Fokina though, to be fair to him, nearly got the stretched backhand pick up down the line. It was marginally wide. So we're back to Juice. Oh, second serve ace. Backhand up the line. So Michelsen played a backhand up the line. They came into the net. Davidovich Fokina, he did narrow the angle really well. Michelsen. Davidovich Fokina was only really left with, trying to go down the line, and he put that one long. But he serves an ace there. Advantage Foki. Hello, Jean. Oh, Foki gets all the luck here. Tried to go down the line with a backhand. Michelsen's going, what else can I do? But Foki wins the game with a net cord. We're at 1-3. Big game this. A must hold for Michelsen. They both look tired. I mean, Michelsen looks shattered out there. But he wins the first point. Hi, Jean. Good to see you on the stream. That was again down the line, but again long. Oh, that's lovely. Backhand, cross court by Fokina. Again, Michelsen choosing the wrong time to come into the net. But picked off by the Spaniard. Yeah, really nice tennis. Two game points for Alex Michelsen. Needs something to happen for him though. Played a backhand forehand by Foki. It's defensive forehand by Michelsen. Now it's backhand to backhand again, cross court again. Foki looks for that line. Has that made that? Has made it. Alex Michelsen, what an angle he made that one. And the players sit down. So what we got on tomorrow? Shall we have a look at that? Tomorrow, what matches are taking your fancy? Let's start with Rotterdam, closest one to us, or to me anyway. In fact, we've got Talon Greensport and Quinton Hallis still ongoing. Tomorrow, we've got Canon Hatchinov first up against Munar. Van de Sarnschop against Stefanos Tsitsipas. Dumanur Stan Wawrinka. Now that's a bit of a blockbuster, isn't it? Medvedev against Felix. Jan-Lennart Struff against Bublik. So some nice matches. Of course, on the in Doha, yeah. I heard she fought back in Boko from a match point down, was it, against Miriam Driva? Right, so we're at 3-2. Davidovich Fokina been a good front runner here. It's just been the one breaking each set from him. 0 from Michelsen. I think I can only think of 1 or 2 break points that Michelsen's actually managed to forge on the Davidovich Fokina serve. And it's 30-11 this game. Serving well. I think John pointed out 81% first serves. Was it in the first set? Good rally by both players here, and that's a really good point by Alex Michelsen. Applauded by Fokina. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain hasn't played since May and scored the winner tonight. Just shows you, I know there'll be jokes about Scottish football, but Carlos is the champion in Rotterdam, isn't he? And then Yannick was before. Medvedev. What's going on with Daniil? Are the balls all wrong in Rotterdam? Are they not round? Are the balls not round anymore? Soggy balls. We've all been there, Daniil. We've all been there. Right, so midway through the second set now. Again, Michelsen fighting for his life here. As Davidovich Fokina, I think they're playing with new balls, so he then changes racket, gets a brand new fresh racket. Yeah, new balls, so new rackets for both. Michelsen with the ball in hand. That one seemed to fly off the racket, to be fair. So we've got a second serve. That one looked out. But no call. course, all ATP events are electronic line calling, so it must have been good, but it must have been very, very close. Oh, what a return winner by Davidovich Fokina. Good first serve by Michelsen, and just taken first time early and put into the far corner, into the corner of the juice court. 15-0. Good serve again down the team in Michelsen, 30-15. Good serving by Michelsen. Coffee all the way. However, I've changed that. I don't have caffeinated coffee anymore. So I just have decaf. Oh, a bit of a false start there from Michelsen. 2-game points. Good return by Davidovich Fokina, but that was long. Michelsen secures the game, so it's 3-4, 4-3. I bet you that Sunderland scored, John. Oh, good question, that. What's he going at the moment? 6, 5, 3 French Opens, Wimbledon 4, and a US Open 5. Oh, Ghost, how did I know you were going to pull me up on that? Because I like the taste of coffee and I don't want to have caffeine in my body. Yeah, Anita. So what's he got? 3 French, or is it 4? 3 French, 1 Wimbledon. So it must be 4 French, 1 Wimbledon, 1 US Open, or is it 2 US Opens? Yeah, 4 French, right. 1 Wimbledon, 1 US Open. Although, I mean, here's a one throwing the cat amongst the pitches. Does Iga win another slam? Like, it looks like the rest, well, I mean, it doesn't look like the rest of the players have now caught up with her. She used to be a stick-on for the French. Her invincibility there has gone. I mean, how certain would you guys, the tennis fraternity, how certain would you be that Iga Swiatek wins another slam? I mean, listen, that Wimbledon last year, unreal. That Wimbledon last year, like, where did that come from? So, yeah. But Wimbledon's certainly on the WTA side. Wimbledon's the most open slam for them all. I mean, you had Barbara Krejcikova, Vondrousova. Yeah, was it 6-love, 6-love? Yeah. And then did Anna Samova not get her home back at New York? Well, Davidovich Fokina, yeah. I thought she was a stick on Anna Samova to pick up her first Grand Slam this year. Anyway, Michelsen, Davidovich Fokina's one game away. It's 3-5, very similar to the second set. An early break. Davidovich Fokina just leads from the front, serving quite well. So Michelsen now just serving to stay in the match. Players are rally first serve by Michelsen, so backhand up the line by Michelsen, and Davidovich Fokina can only find the net. Ghost, what was your take on the first Grand Slam of the year at the Aussie Open? Obviously, it didn't really spark into life until the last few days, did it? But yeah, I'd be keen to have your thoughts. Yeah, both players look exactly the same. If Davidovich Fokina was wearing a cap, I'd be struggling. If it wasn't for his socks, I'd be struggling to tell you who's who. $40 love to Alex Michelsen, 3 game points to make it 4-5 before they sit down. And he does so. A hole to love. Yeah, I mean, do you fear for certainly the men's tennis? I mean, there's this debate about, you know, how is having these two. I mean, look, I know that Carlos and Yannick Sinner didn't play out the first Grand Slam final of the year. I think it was the first Grand Slam in 7, if I'm wrong, 6, where they didn't meet in the final. But it's clear that they two are. Yeah, that was good. But it's clear that on the men's side, I mean, I don't know what was going to be with Carlos, and that was Zverev playing at an unreal level to be pushing at Carlos so much. I thought he got probably a wee bit of the jitters. I mean, he was a break up in that 5th set, Zverev. Carlos was cramping, yeah. That's right, that's what happened, didn't it? Yeah, then Zverev let him back in, that's right. That was the most amazing match, actually. And it just reminded me of the French Open that we knew always debate, John, about. I was saying that Carlos was winning that. You were saying no, Djokovic was winning that one when Carlos started cramping. Carlos had just made it 1 set all. But yeah, I just wanted to open up the debate in terms of the men's game. Like, what was the top 6? I mean, I know that was the same on the women's side as well, but the top 6 out of the 8 seeds were there first time in the Open era, was it, or in 20, 40 years, something like that. And I just wonder, because they're so far ahead that everyone. I mean, is the number 3 to 20? Is that as strong as it's been in years? Is it, or are we maybe using recency bias and maybe because you remember the Murrays, the Wawrinkas, the David Ferrers, you know, all these players that would push the top 3 on a weekly basis. Anyway, I'll talk you through this one. So, 30 love, 2 points from victory. He's bossing Michelsen around the court, 30 love up here. He looks right on the line with that slice backhand. The players are backhanded to backhand. Nobody wants to make that error, so they're just playing it to each other right now. Davidovich Fokina now goes to the juice side corner, and it was a good shot by Michelsen. Davidovich Fokina can only find the net. He's still 2 points from the match. To be honest, it's been a pretty boring match in terms of breakpoint chances. Davidovich Fokina maybe just doing some game management, just knowing that he just needed those 2 breaks either set early doors. He's serving at second serve here. He's not going to get the yips, is he? Goes down the tee. Michelsen. He'll be frustrated at that one. He was on that second serve. There wasn't much pace to it, and he put it right into the net. 2 match points for Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. Oh, Michelsen stays in it, hangs in there. I'm getting confused. You know, Davidovich Fokina is playing Alex Michelsen in Dallas, right? We all know that. Oh, he squeezes it in there. Davidovich Fokina wins the match 6-4, 6-4. A pretty routine win. If you 2 breaks was all that was needed. Both players in identical kits, but the battle of the Adidas Orange goes to Alejandro Davidovich Fokina, and that will probably be me. John, do you need anything else from me at this stage? All good. Okay, well, listen, guys, it's been a pleasure to be my first stream in 2026, and I'll hope to do it again very, very soon. Yeah, it was you. The reason why I'm going Ghost is because you questioned my coffee intake. But anyway, love you all. Have a good evening. Get some rest. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Thank you, boys. Cheers.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.